Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Rahman Tutorials. In this video, we are going to discuss about why do we fall ill, class 9. Chapter 11.
The football tournament final is due in 3 days and I have come down with fever. The doctor says that fever is only a symptom of a disease. I am normally quite fit, but I can't figure out which disease I have caught.
This lesson gives you a better understanding of diseases and why we get them. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define health and diseases, classify diseases, describe the causes of diseases, list the different infectious agents, explain the mode of entry of the microbes that decides the site of manifestation with an organ or tissue, describe the effect of the microbe on the target organ, and describe the disease AIDS. Health is defined as a state of physical, mental, and social well-being. Health is often affected by disease. A disease is an unhealthy condition caused by microorganisms, improper diet, or it may be inherited. Disease literally means being uncomfortable. When you get a disease, the organ systems such as digestive system stop working properly. This gives rise to the symptoms like headache, a cough, loose motions, or a wound with pus. However, these symptoms do not indicate what the disease is.
Okay, now I understood. But how do I know which disease is the cause of my fever? If I don't know, it will be difficult to treat it. Moreover, I have to get fit to participate in the final match. The team needs me. Physicians diagnose the disease based on observed symptom and clinical tests.
Let's now look at the types of the diseases. Diseases are classified based on prevalence, occurrence or spread, and duration. Epidemics are diseases based on prevalence. These are outbreak diseases that attack many people at the same time and spread very quickly.
I know about epidemic. A plague is an example of epidemic.
Diseases are divided into two types based on its occurrence and spread: infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. Infectious diseases caused by microorganisms like bacteria, virus, fungi, and protozoa. These diseases spread from one person to another through air, water, food, physical contact, and insects. Hence, they are also called as communicable diseases. Diseases like high blood pressure and some cancer caused by genetic abnormalities are examples of non-infectious diseases. These diseases are caused by nutritional deficiencies. They do not spread from one person to another, hence, they are called non-communicable diseases. Here is the classification of diseases based on duration. Diseases that last for a short period of time are called acute diseases. The common cold that lasts for a few days is an example. Diseases that last for a lifetime are called chronic diseases. Elephantiasis and diabetes are examples.
I have a bad cold too. That means I am suffering from an acute disease now. The good thing is that it will last only a few days.
Signs or symptoms give a definite indication of the presence of a particular disease. This baby has vomited quite a few times today. What could be the causes of this repeated vomiting?
Now, let me think. The cause of vomiting could be a bacterial infection. Bacteria could have entered the baby's system through uncleaned drinking water.
So, lack of clean drinking water becomes a first level cause of the diseases. What else could be the causes of the diseases?
The baby might not be well nourished.
Okay, so lack of good nourishment becomes second level of cause of the disease.
The baby might be genetically more likely to suffer from vomiting when exposed to such bacteria.
Good. Then genetic abnormalities could be the third level cause of the baby's disease.
Are there other disease causing agents like bacteria?
Apart from bacteria, there are viruses, fungi, protozoa and worms that causes diseases. These are called infectious agents. These agents absorbs the digested food from the host and in turn cause diseases. Bacteria are unicellular organisms visible only under the microscope. Disease caused by bacteria are typhoid, cholera, tuberculosis, and anthrax. Staphylococci bacteria cause acne or pimple on the skin. A virus is the smallest organism that can be seen through an electron microscope. Some examples of diseases caused by viruses are common cold, influenza, dengue fever, and AIDS. Severe acute respiratory syndrome virus or SARS virus infects the human cell and releases new viruses that infect the other cells nearby. Fungi are microscopic and multicellular organisms. Skin infections are commonly caused by fungi. Protozoa are parasitic organisms that can be seen only under the microscope. Protozoan organisms like Leishmania cause Kala Azar disease manifested with fever and enlargement of the liver. Trypanosoma cause sleeping sickness manifested with confusion, sleeping during daytime and staying awake during the night. Worms are macroscopic organisms that localize the intestine of host and cause diseases. Worms cause intestinal infections and elephantiasis, a lymphatic infection.
Do these infectious agents attack a specific part of the body?
Different infectious agents or microbes target different parts of the body. If microbes enter through air via the nose, they localize into the lungs and cause tuberculosis. If microbes enter through the food or water via the mouth, they stay in the gut lining and cause typhoid. If the microbes enter the liver like viruses do, they cause jaundice. Microbes which causes malaria enters through the mosquito bite, go into the liver and later destroy the RBCs. Let's see how the symptoms tell us about the target organ infected. If the symptoms are cough and breathlessness, the lungs are the target. Jaundice is a symptom of the liver, which is also the target organ. If the symptoms are headache, vomiting, fits, or unconsciousness, the brain is the target. Let's look at the disease that has spread all over the world. AIDS was first recognized in the USA in 1981. AIDS is caused by a virus named human immunodeficiency virus or HIV. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome or AIDS is so called because the virus breaks down the body immune cell that comprise the immune system. As a result, the patient becomes susceptible to infections. The patient's body can no longer fight the minor infections like common cold, which leads to major infections like pneumonia, diarrhea with blood loss, etc. Hence, HIV or AIDS infected people die due to these major infections.